Pierce Field here on the campus of Arlington High School. Today is Saturday, September 13th, 2025. It's about 5:40. We have about 20 minutes to go before we start watching a matchup between the Arlington Spy Ponders and the Belmont Marauders. We have the unique pleasure, of course, with me is Josh and producer Raj. We will call out the camera people as the cameras get active. We had the distinct pleasure of welcoming back two alumni today. Welcome back, gentlemen. We have Harry Malloy.
What's going on?
And Aiden Conley.
How's it going?
Sharing a microphone. It's going well. And I guess we could let's start with you, Aiden. Tell us what you're up to and how you're liking college life so far.
Pretty up to not much right now. You know, Endicott's only a train ride away from here. So you just got to deal with the people on public transport. But had to come back for this game, obviously. It's a big night here. Everyone comes out of this one. It's a lot of fun. So I figured it'd be the proper night to come back to. And school's been great. You know, classes have been amazing. Now that I can choose my major and everything.
Have you chosen a major?
Exercise science. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, you were talking about that last year.
Yeah. So,
Aiden, we'll talk offline, but I tore up my knee earlier this year. Four ligament tears.
4?
Yeah. Whatever.
Glad to hear that.
And I'm walking around. It's just fine. We'll talk about it offline. It's boring
Quick
stuff.
quick list of classes, Aiden. What are some of the highlights from the classes so far? You're just a week or two in, right?
Week 3.
Week three, okay.
Yeah. But hardest class is easily anatomy and physiology.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's all memorization, a lot of time. I have 45 pages of notes 3 weeks in. It's been some dedication, but you know, really interesting class. And then I have an intro to exercise science, which I have no idea what it is yet because we haven't done really much. I've read a bunch of articles. That's all we've been doing, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Intro to psych, thinking about being a psych minor, so keeping that in the back pocket. Got risk assessment, so I'm about to get certified for like CPR and wrapping knees and you know all that good stuff, which was a gen ed but happened to play into what I want to do, which is great. And then
I'm going to interrupt you for a second, Aiden. Let's lean on the psychology for a second too. I'm sure you and Harry remember playing Belmont, a cross-town rivalry. Actually shared teams with some of the crew teams, and I think the swim team is also a shared team. The psychology for you guys, think back last fall playing here at Pierce and over in Belmont. What's the psychology like for these guys down there on the field right now?
I mean, I think you just got to go into this knowing that you're going to recognize a bunch of these faces, and you got to put all that aside and just focus on yourself, especially in a game like this where you kind of want to have the fun with all the environment and everything, but you got to really put your head down and get the job done.
Harry, what do you think?
I would just say I remember this game going into it. We always got a little extra fired up for this game. It's a big league game. We always knew it was an opportunity to put ourselves in a winning position. So I remember when we would watch film on these guys, we'd get a little extra excited for these games.
And that's interesting, Harry. We'll find out about what you're doing. But when you said when we watch film on these guys, that's something that I wanted to talk about throughout the whole broadcast today because these guys haven't had a game in about 5 days, and before that they had 4 games and it seemed like 6 days. So there was a lot of time off. Anyhow, in the interim time, Belmont had 2 games and they're both streaming on YouTube. So the actual players, they can actually watch them. And I was just, I wanted to kind of bring that in as a theme throughout the whole broadcast because I know I'm getting a lot of positive feedback about the work we're doing here, about the team and everything. At the parents' party last night, a lot of parents were saying what a great job that we're doing. So I think we're onto something here, and it might just be picking up steam. But I just wanted to, we can go. Let's find out about what Harry's doing. But let's keep in mind now that that these teams can actually pre-scout each other a little more easily than maybe they were able to when you guys were playing. Is that true? Like, how much were you able to get a sense of the teams before each game? How much study did you do?
Yeah, I mean, we would put in a lot of time. We would get a classroom after school, and I do remember this was a team where, like you said, we could watch a lot of their games. And so from that, what these guys are going to be able to see is what players Belmont leans on, where they are in the field, maybe if they want to avoid one of those spots or maybe they want to go down one side or the other. They can see maybe their offensive game plan. And since we got those games on film, we can see that really easily. And maybe we can see some spots we can take advantage of tonight.
So, Harry, while you're on the mic, why don't you let us know what you're up to these days?
So I'm going to University of Massachusetts Amherst. I'm going there with a lot of Arlington guys, so if they're listening, what's going on? Also, funny enough, my roommate is from Belmont. So
Okay.
Is
the roommate here?
Listening?
he's not here, but Jonah, if you see this, we're going down tonight.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, but I'm taking a lot of different gen eds right now. I'm undecided my major, so I'm trying to figure out, what exactly I want to get into. But I'm learning about the public education system. Oh yeah, Aiden just pointed out I've been golfing a lot. I've been having a blast doing that.
Golfing, actually, so little tangent here. Golfing seems to be a up and coming sport for people your age. I've golfed a couple of times in my life, but it's seems like the recent graduates of AHS are going to be making a push to change the face of golf across Massachusetts and the country, it seems.
Well, speaking of golf, and on a tangential, speaking of golf and tangents, I wanted to hear about, I think you guys were part of a Frisbee team that were national, am I right? You were
Yes.
national champions?
Yes, we were national champions.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us about that experience.
And also tell us why you didn't bring the trophy.
Yeah, where's the guy? Where's the guy with the gloves carrying the trophy around?
Yeah, I mean, we only get one day with it, Yeah, I mean, that was really, really special, and this is a cool place to talk about it because, honestly, we see all these guys out here on the soccer field, how fast they are, and this is where a lot of Arlington Frisbee players come from. I mean, you saw Cam. Cam's one of the best Frisbee players in the country, and he came out, he was playing soccer. That's another place he was able to work on his speed, so it was. That being said, it was really fun to go into the spring having already spent so much time with other people like from soccer and whatnot, and we were able to put together a really, really good team.
And you had the familiarity with the people, the chemistry.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I don't know the sport very well, but I know that you have to be in killer shape to play it.
Yeah.
First of all, and that's in Aiden pointing at Harry now. Also, tactically, it seems kind of similar to soccer, right? You got to get into your space and
Yep. Exactly.
and all that.
And for you guys then, looking at the guys here, knowing this team, having been the stalwarts of last year's team, we'll get to some of your predictions about tonight's game. But of the guys out there warming up right now, who do you want to see on the 2026 Arlington National Championship Frisbee team? Who do you want to see who didn't make the transition to Frisbee in the spring? Who are you calling out right now to make sure they show up and defend that title?
You know what? There's two guys I'm thinking of immediately who have actually come to a couple practices. We got Simon Miller and Leon. Those guys have come and they flaked a couple times, so I'd love to see them maybe come out next year. I don't know if Aiden has any other players he wants to call out, but
I think Keegan Maxwell has the perfect build for it. So.
Oh, Captain Keegan being called out for Ultimate Frisbee. And looks like we are about to call the lineups. We're going to shut our mics off for once they do start announcing over the loudspeaker here at Pierce Field. Another quick question for you, Harry. Prediction, who's going to get the first goal for Arlington tonight?
first goal for Arlington.
This is for our FanDuel's parlay, by the way. So important. Lots of people watching.
Yep. Remember to gamble responsibly. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go. So we got our guys up front. I'm gonna go with a sneaky one. I'm gonna go for Quincy tonight. First goal for
not
Quincy.
sneaky. He leads the team in scoring this year.
Not sneaky. So Harry, going with a safe bet.
I'm gonna take a hot take and choose the leading scorer. So.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. So good call. We'll give Aiden a time to consider that. So, guys, last year you were 12-3-3. You had, by all accounts, an incredible season, resulting in. And if we do stop abruptly, then we'll pick up the conversation, on the other side of this. But you had a great season, and I saw Harry. You scored a goal in the playoff game. That must have been a great moment for you. I was certainly happy for you.
Yeah, that was really fun.
You won a playoff game at home, and you went to, I think, Framingham, and it was at the round of 8 or 16.
16.
16. So I mean, successful season, I would say. 12-3-3. Great job. You guys should be very proud. This current team right now is they are 4-1. Have you guys been following the games at all?
I've talked to people about it and see how they're doing, but haven't got to watch anything yet. So making today even more exciting to come see it.
Yeah, they've won their games by an aggregate score of 15-4. They beat Wilmington 5-0. They had a bit of a setback against BC High, and I watched that game, and those things happen. There were a couple of miscommunications with the goalie, and you get down early, and so on and so forth. So this year, Belmont. Now we're going to get into Aiden's prediction. All right, we're going to go dark for a second while we join the proceedings, and we'll be back shortly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Really hot. Really hot take.
For tonight's starting lineup coming momentarily. First, for the Belmont Marauders, number 0, William Hugg. Number 7, Nicholas Amirfazan. Number 9, Maxim Pat. Number 10, Daniel Chang. Number 12, Jacob Diorio. Number 13, Evan Yorkin. Number 14, Itai Golani. Number 16, 2 Lawrence. Number 18, Daniel Winkler Thomas. Number 19, Aiden Dohan. And number 24, Meskeen Javadan. And now, for your Arlington 500s. Number 2, Rohan McCullough. Number 5, Nolan Koopman. Number 6, Nathan Dobro. Number 7, Fernando Barrientos. Number 8, Quincy Cotter. Number 9, Keegan Maxwell. Number 10, Sam Neal. Number 11, Leon Pinard. Number 20, Lucas Koopman. Number 22, Alex Burke. And number 99, Shea Paletti Newton. The Belmont Marauders are coached by Chris Camille, assistant coach by John Feely, and Arlington 500 class of 2020 David Guidance. And the Arlington 500s are coached by Lance Iagio and 2 alumni, Sean Connolly, class of 2020, and Francesco Valagusa, class of 2019. Let's give it up for both teams.
Okay, boys, you want to turn your mics on?
I'm a vet.
All right, who's got the mic? Who's going to announce the starting lineup?
Oh, it's me?
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, for Arlington, number 2, we got Rohan McAuliffe. We got number 3, Quincy Cotter. Number 5, Nolan Koopman. Number 6, Nathan Dobro. Number 7, Fernando Baertos. Number 9, Keegan Maxwell. Number 10, we got Sam Neal. Number 11, Leon Pinard. He's a beauty. Number 20, Lucas Koopman. Number 20, we got Alex Burke. Or 22, sorry. 99, we got Shea in goal. Clean sheet tonight, Shea, all right? Let's go.
All right, let's have Aiden read off the Belmont, and you can indicate which players you know or that you're familiar with.
At this point, probably none anymore. But
Okay.
starting off for Belmont, number 0, William Hugg, followed by the captain, number 7, Nicholas Armifarzen. And then number 24, Meshkeen Jevidan. Number 18, Samuel Winkler Thomas. Number 19, Aiden Doken. Number 14, Etai Galani. Captain, number 9, Maxime Katz. Number 13, Evan Yorkin. Number 16, Lawrence 2. Captain, number 10, Daniel Chang. And number 12, oh, missed the last one.
12. Yeah, you're all good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so let's you guys can share a mic, right?
All right.
Okay. And Harry, can you hear us live, or do you want to use that headset? Okay, guys, we have so we were talking about the first we need to get. I want to get Aiden's prediction about first scorer. I have my prediction, which I'll save, but let's see what Aiden says.
So, little mic switch. Touched up on this a second ago, but I think last night, got back from school and I saw Keegan and Sam, and Keegan had a fire in his eyes. So I think he's really looking for one tonight, especially since he's behind Sam, and that really, their little bromance that they got going on about trying to be better than one another.
And Belmont with an early take right there, first take on goal right there. So Belmont threatening early on, not Keegan or Sam.
I mean, that's what Belmont's known for. They're always offensively really good, and they really strike fast. So their counterattacks are always deadly. So let's see if they can keep up with that tonight.
So there's a lot of information out there about this Belmont team. I actually stumbled on an article written by the Belmont local papers talking about this team in particular. And what they said was a couple of things as the midfield play goes on. They were talking about how deep the program is and how they'll try it out. It's a second-year coach. Last year, the team that your team won both games 2-0 last year. That team had 4 all-stars that were seniors that are all graduated. And this team, and these are not my words, they're young and rebuilding. That's what the article said. A strong sophomore class. And like I said, graduated 4 all-stars, and they have a second-year head coach who I met beforehand. Nice guy.
And Alex, if we're looking at the lineups, taking a look at Belmont has had very mixed results this season so far. They are 1-1-1, 4 goals, 4 against. They sort of took it to Melrose 3-0 early on in the season, first game, and then a 1-1 draw with Watertown. And as the night goes on here.
Ball goes in.
Ball goes in off a deflection.
Leon,
Is that Leon
your boy
Bernard?
Leon. No one. I was gonna call Leon.
Is that a little salsa on the corner?
Alex, we'll give Alex a Leon Pinard getting the early take for Arlington 2 minutes into this match. So a quick strike for Arlington, sort of shaking off the 5 days of rust.
And I'm going to pre-toot my horn because I was going to bring this up after watching those games on YouTube. Belmont do not have a goalkeeper.
Really?
They have this guy. I remember him playing on the JV team last year. He's very good. He's a bit of a freelancer, and he gets caught out like that. Same thing happened last year on the JV team. He's he plays like a sweeper keeper. And they in both games that I watched, they bring in another guy in the second half. So the old adage about if you have 2 goalies, how many do you have?
0.
You have none.
And sure enough, that was a play,
Good through ball behind by Belmont.
And right here, Rohan
cover
using
by Rohan.
that speed right there. So I'm sure, as you guys know, you're both incredibly speedy yourselves, but that seems to be sort of a staple of Arlington soccer in general, especially at the varsity level. Lots of speed, especially in the back.
Yodzo really loves that in the players, speed and physicality. So even small guys like Rohan, he's always out there working like a horse, and I've never seen a man run more up and down a sideline in my life than Rohan, and no one does it better than him. So got the right guy back there.
And Alex, getting back to Belmont's overall results for this year. So 1-1-1. The 1-1 draw at Watertown, I think doing a deep dive into Watertown's results so far, seeing that after Belmont, I think Watertown may be the Middlesex League sleeper here. Sort of a big year for Watertown seems to be coming up. And then Belmont's last game, 3-0 loss to Cambridge Ringe and Latin, which is always fields a very strong team. But so Belmont definitely, I think, is looking to sort of right the ship after that loss. I heard from manager Will Grable before the game that a lot of the Belmont guys were down at the BC High game scouting out Arlington, and he said, I think based on that performance, they don't understand what we're about, and he thinks it's going to hurt them. And 2 minutes into the game, Leon Pinard sort of demonstrated that might be the case.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, knowing and playing against Belmont, they are, I don't want to touch upon any touchy subjects, but they're known to have
Magneto Fernando with the ball. That's our new take on Fernando, Magneto.
Yeah,
they do have a tendency to really put themselves first, and even if that's not always the case, they really hype themselves up, and obviously we saw with Leon right away. And I think he did a good job of hitting a salsa in the corner to really put that point down.
Player to watch on Belmont is the guy on the far wing, number, I believe, 10, Daniel Chang. I don't know if you guys remember playing
He went
against
last
him.
year, yeah. Unbelievable player.
I think you might even consider sticking someone to him, like, on a pretty close basis. It looks like he's playing left wing up against Lucas Koopman out there, who's capable of shutting a guy down.
And Aiden and Harry, you may not be familiar with it, but up in the booth, Alex and I love talking about the meteorological impacts of playing at Pierce Field. And tonight, as our views up in the booth are getting blocked by umbrellas galore as a light drizzle starts to sprinkle the field, potentially an impact on that goal from Leon as well. And Sam Neal making a drive, getting past his guy. And there's Keegan Maxwell with a breakaway. He's got space. He's open. Takes a shot. And excellent save by the keep. And Pinard could not quite follow up right there. Excellent break from Sam Neal. Keegan Maxwell creating separation behind the defense. Again, that speed and physicality of Arlington coming into play. The replay up on the screen right there. Keegan, look at that keeper diving off to the left, gets his hand on it.
Remember that save. That was a huge save, and all due respect to the keeper who really came up big there.
And we have a Koopman throw-in, sort of the semi-corner kick there.
I'd say it is just a corner kick at this point. He really launches that really far. But talking about Keegan's breakaway real quick, we did call him White Lightning last year, and he really showed it right there, really breaking through out of nowhere.
So some exciting action to start the game here, guys.
And Alex and Aiden and Harry coming up, some of the girls varsity players I think are going to be stepping into the booth for a second to give us a recap of their 4-1 victory against the previously unscored upon Belmont Marauders girls varsity team. And so joining us in the booth right now, we've got two Arlington girls varsity standouts coming into the booth. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we've got three coming in. We've got four total. All right, so Izzy, you are up first. You're standing here. Tell us quickly about the girls' incredible performance. You might want to flip this around. So excellent job. Well done today. And tell me a little bit about your 4-1 victory against a previously unscored upon Belmont team.
We were all so happy when we came off the field. Like when I came off the field, I was like, oh, we're gonna cry tears of joy. Like we got every single person on the field today. It just felt amazing when we came off and when we were running on. I think everybody brought it today. Everybody knew that we needed to win to show the town that we are amazing.
And Misha, I know I've actually had a chance to watch the two of you for a couple of seasons. Aiden's sister Ella Connolly is a huge part of my family, and so I got to watch you when you all were really young. Misha, what's your take on the game today?
I thought we did a great job. I thought that our team dynamic was great today, and we really just did what we worked on practice. We finished, and we had like the right passes, so I think that was really good.
And Izzy and Misha, I think, are you both seniors this year?
I'm a senior.
I'm
Misha's
a junior.
You're a junior still. That's right, Misha. You've been playing. So Izzy, you get the most important question. It is middle of September. I'm sure you've gotten this a lot. What's next year looking like? And there's a great ball from Fernando over to Leon, who scored the first goal here. What's your fall looking like in terms of plans for next year? As we have a couple of recent AHS graduates in the booth with you as well, Aiden and Harry.
I don't really know yet. I definitely have looked at schools for playing soccer, but I don't think I will be able to.
I don't know. Is he after a performance like today? I think you've got a chance. You can never be too sure, and I think you should definitely give it a chance. I know Ella is playing club soccer, and definitely she just had a 9-hour travel game last weekend.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely, I think it's a possibility for you. And right there, it looks like Rohan in the corner, and then centered by Sam Neal. So a question for you two. Have you had to play in the rain yet this year?
No.
No. And your game, so that looks like the sprinkle that we have here is just started special for the boys' game. You all eked it out. What's your prediction? When's your next game coming up?
We play Burlington on Monday.
Burlington on Monday. How you feeling about that one?
Feeling pretty good. If we play like we played today, we are going to beat them.
I think that Burlington's definitely a tough team. They only lost to Lexington 1-0, so we really have to be prepared. We have to come strong. We have practice tomorrow morning at 9. So
Coach Mike not taking it easy on you, making sure you're ready for
Oh,
Monday.
never.
Love it, love it. All right, well, Izzy and Misha, I think we're going to get your teammates in right now. Excellent to talk to you. Well played today. Congratulations on a statement victory against town rival Belmont. Well done, especially on Arlington Soccer Club Day. And right here, Quincy caught her with a break and blocks it, and it just off the deflection from the keep. I love the reactions up here in the booth as it is starting to pour. All right, Izzy and Misha, we're going to swap out here.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want to take this one?
Hello, Alex Howard back. And I'd like for these, I don't know the two young ladies, I'd like for you to introduce yourselves if you would, please.
I'm Avery Spector.
I'm Dahlia Carr.
Hello, Avery and Dahlia. How are you today?
We're good.
Yeah, good.
Congratulations, both of you, on your victory today.
Thank you.
you.
How's the season going so far?
It's been going good. We had a bit of a slow start. We're still undefeated, but today everything really just clicked for us. We had a really good couple practices leading up to this game, and we've been really working on those through balls, connecting as a unit, and I think that everything just really lined up for us today.
Excellent. And do you concur?
Yeah, I agree. Everything she said is exactly what we've been
Okay.
talking about.
And you said you had some good practices this week. Did you have a little extra time to work on stuff?
We
in practice?
did. Our last game was on Monday, so that really
Yep.
gave us a chance to rest, watch a little film, and get out on the field and work on some of those things that hadn't really been connecting in our previous games.
And I was over working at the snack shack. And what happened on the goal that you guys, the first goal that you let in? Was that a penalty kick? It seemed to happen kind of quickly.
It was kind of a mix-up. I passed the ball back, kind of, but it was kind of just a toe poke, and then she picked it up thinking that it was a deflection, and then
I see.
obviously it was the direct kick.
Yeah. Those, those happen, a couple times every season. You just kind of, and it seems like you guys did a good job shaking it off.
Yeah, just a miscommunication, but we've been talking a lot about being a resilient team, and that's what we did.
Absolutely. And what do you guys make of the proceedings? Did you guys watch the little kids out there on the field?
We did. They're so great, and they're awesome to have on the side. I was chatting with them a bit during the game. They're
Yeah.
awesome, and we're so lucky to have them.
And were you guys both ASC players?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, we've both been playing probably since we could walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And what do you make of anything to add about the game that we're watching here?
No, I was talking to a couple of the boys before the game. It's going to be a tough match, but they said that they should handle it pretty well, and they know the competition they're going into. I feel like they've been having a pretty good season. They knew, I was talking to a few of them coming off of BC High. They knew they had to work on some things and
Yeah.
figure it out, but this is a really strong team. I think the back line's pretty much the same from last year, so I think they've got it pretty locked down.
Yeah, they as the Belmont threatening at the moment. Let's see if the keeper can handle it. The conditions that I always found that like in this 5-minute period when it just starts to rain, it's kind of like when it's the trickiest. You're not
Yeah,
used to it.
exactly.
Yeah, so let's keep an eye out for bounces and the ball coming off. I saw down there Keegan had an open header that kind of probably slicked off his head, where it might have had a little more traction if it were dry.
Yeah, the first touch is definitely a little unpredictable in the weather, but I think they're settling in.
Yeah, they seem to be handling it pretty well.
Are you guys both seniors?
Yes.
We are.
Okay, and you guys starting to look for college and all that?
Yes, we have been. It's been a little overwhelming, but
Yeah.
it's been good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've got a junior and I've got another son who's a freshman in college.
Okay,
Yeah.
where's your son go?
John, my son goes to Berkeley School of Music.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in Back Bay in Boston.
Yeah.
He's a piano player and he wants to go into music production.
Wow, that's
so cool.
awesome.
So we got a corner kick here, and I always like to point out like the corner kicks are huge equalizers in these games, especially if there's
Absolutely.
a little weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a game that's even on paper, played evenly, and a couple bounces here and there, and you could have what seems like a lopsided score.
Yeah, that's definitely, I would think that's a reflection of our Winchester game. It's like you get any body part on that ball, and it really can equalize a game.
Yeah, I saw the end of that game. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was. But we play them again at their home, and so I'm hoping that we'll just keep the energy up that we had today, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah, today's definitely our turning point as we keep working out all of the things that we need to use going forward. So.
And what's the feeling on the team? You guys sound like you have a pretty good attitude. You think you got a strong team, and maybe today you put up 4 against a team that hadn't allowed a goal.
Yeah.
Got to feel good about that.
Yeah, last week we were a little worried. Obviously still undefeated, but we would have loved to come out with some victories. So we really talked about today being that turning point for the season as we move forward. And honestly, I think we have a really deep bench. You can put on anyone on that field, and the talent level doesn't drop off. So we're really looking to win the division this year. So.
Well, I hope it works out, and that's important for practice too, because you guys that start and you want to. When you're at practice, you don't want to play against patsies. You want to play against people that are going to challenge
Exactly. Yeah.
and make it almost easy on you when the game comes. And I know that the boys team with 17 seniors, they have a lot of players that are, that are very capable in practice. They may not see the field as much as the others, but they're capable in practice. So.
Yeah, we were nervous at the beginning of the season because we had lost a lot of valuable seniors, but so far so good. It's been looking awesome, and practices have been really competitive, and everyone's just fighting for their playing time, and I think it's really showing in our games, especially today.
Yeah.
When is the next game?
Monday.
Yeah,
So
Monday.
Tomorrow we go, and then we're right back at it against Burlington.
Okay, is that here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we might have another doubleheader.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Very exciting. All right, I think I see Josh heading back over. Do we want to resume normal coverage at this point? You guys have anything you want to plug? What's your favorite restaurant? Where do you like to eat?
Ooh, do you know?
La Victoria?
La Vic is good.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love Cava. It's not near here, but
Oh, Cava's a good one. Prest.
Pressed.
We go to Prest all the time with
That's
the
our
team.
favorite team spot.
Yeah, Prest for sure.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's great. Thanks for joining
Thanks
us,
for having
guys. It
us.
was a pleasure meeting you guys, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay. Okay, now back to our normal programming. We have Harry Malloy and Aiden Conley here, and Josh Katzman and myself. Just a quick recap. It's 1-0 Arlington. And Aiden, while we were off air, he who's this interloper?
We have a couple interlopers coming in.
buddy.
A stalwart Dennis Connolly, boys and girls team, 2 years in a row of captain, and Omkar Adia. Oh my gosh, we are
hits
full in
keep
the booth.
coming.
The umbrellas are down, Alex. A couple of quick plug too. Talking to the boys before the game as we come out of a timeout. We got a shout out from Fernando Magneto Barrientos. The girls were mentioned in La Vic. I'm always happy to plug La Vic, the Fernando's family, the proprietors of this incredible staple in Arlington. But Fernando saying before the game, Belmont they are familiar foes. However, he said, we couldn't ask for better commentators on the field. So Fernando definitely knows how to melt somebody's heart right there.
Yeah, and I mentioned Josh. I have been receiving a lot of positive feedback. So congratulations to the whole crew. Feel a lot of momentum, and What I'm waiting to hear is Aiden Conley promised some biting analysis as we were off the air.
On the talk of the goalkeeper, you said how he came out a bunch. I think he'll look for those chip shots today, honestly. If he's going to be off his line, just up and over, it'll be all you need to do. Break through. Keegan broke through super easily, and obviously he's a fast guy, but give anyone a through ball like that and a little chip on it, I think it's going in 9 times out of 10.
And it looks like the meteorologic interloping from the rain. I can see some fans trying to dry off the stands with some maybe some paper towels that are not quite up for the job, but the rain has stopped. The field is going to remain slick. Looks like Koopman called this one correct. Belmont a little ahead of that. So offsides, Arlington free kick out of their end. So Harry saying that we still have a chance for first goal predictions. I continue to go with Rohan here. From what I've seen, he's playing a nice aggressive game. Looks like Rohan is playing left back today. Looks like he and Lucas have switched sides.
And one thing I wanted to mention was the AI prediction. I put the game into ChatGPT.
And Sam Neal right to Keegan right there onside, and he is called offsides. Be interesting to see if we can get that on replay right here. See what the VAR tells us right here. So we got it up right here, and Sam Neal. Step off. Good call by the refs.
So AI says it's hard to say for sure, but based on current records, Arlington looks like the stronger pick. They've got a 4-1 overall record and have scored a lot more goals, particularly in home games. That said, Belmont has also shown solid defense and could pull an upset, especially if Arlington doesn't bring their best.
And right here, there's a miscue from the younger Koopman, and the Belmont team gets it across. Shea comes down, lays the body out, protects the ball, picks it up. Well done.
I think that's the big thing I look for, with new faces in the back line, especially new varsity players. Lucas Koopman, obviously a phenomenal player, but the things like that are going to happen, especially early on in the season. So great way to recover from that.
And I think, too, we've seen that ball taking some skips as the field is still wet. Looks like it might have skipped a little bit on Koopman there. And so, again, going to be difficult to handle. Fernando bumps his player off. So Belmont with a free kick potential here. Belmont responding. We got about 18 minutes or 21 minutes, 22 minutes left in the half. Plenty of time for Belmont to answer Arlington's early goal.
You see some substitutions queuing up on the sideline for Belmont, and this is typically, Coach, you guys would be interested. I mean, last year, I feel like you guys had some injuries and some things during the season last year. You were injured, and it just seemed like every game there was a different lineup, and a lot of subbing that went on. There doesn't seem to be as much substituting this year. Maybe it's early in the year, but this particular lineup with the 9 seniors is very strong.
That's what I was going to say. This year's starting 11s are very, I think they're very, not set in stone, obviously. Never set in stone, but these guys are obviously, all of them standout players. So
Koopman shields. Shea plays it outside the box, gets it up to Dobro. Good touch by Dobro up to Quincy Cotter. And so here they're building right here. Fernando can't quite get around his guy, but Rohan brings it back to the middle.
Little touch around.
Yep. I thought he had Leon running there. Did you guys see that?
Did see that.
Here he goes.
And there's Burke sending
Great
it long to
Burke.
Sam Neal.
Sam, keep it in. Yeah. Oh.
Just down.
I like that ball. That
like
ball
that ball
over
too.
the top against Belmont. I think it's a good, especially, and Aiden, I was thinking about you because it must have been, I don't know, you're a bit crazy. So, I mean, it's a little different. But as a center back, I would be terrified sprinting back towards your own goal with the ball flying over your head, and the goalie coming and that moment of convergence. And how would you deal with that situation? Was that a stressful situation?
It was, and the first time that happened during the season, that's how I broke my foot. Matter of fact, because I poked it out and I got kicked how I got kicked. But you just gotta talk with the goalie and just really, one person gotta be the first one to take that initiative and make it clear. It doesn't matter who, it's your ball.
Solid D by Dobro getting the ball, and now there's Sam Neal sends it along. Let's see if he can keep it. Little long on the wet field. Alex looks also like Ryan Rodriguez may be getting ready to sub in right here.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. He's been the first guy off the bench coming in at right wing. He's an exciting player, fast player, and it looks like that might be Alex Marcassini too coming in. They might be doing a little 2-forward switch here.
A little fancy work by Fernando right there to settle it right down to Quincy. That midfield chemistry they have in there is really something special. Those guys play together more than I see my own family probably, and they're really good at what they do, especially together. So it'll be interesting to see what they can work with today.
Yeah,
And
the midfield were a unit that you guys lost a lot of players from last year. So like with Jacob and Peter and well, especially those two guys. But that was an area where these three midfield players have definitely stepped in. They're fun to watch. They all have different kind of skill sets.
And there's a cross by Belmont. Shea lets it slide, so we'll have a goal kick coming up for Arlington. Subs coming in for both teams right now. 1 for Belmont, 2 for Arlington. Sam, Neal, and Leon headed out. Looks like and we'll have a little transition. Looks like maybe Alex Alex is up top. And so we've got a little switch for Arlington. Fernando calling for it. He's onside.
Couldn't break through, but
I like it, and especially when you win the second ball. Yes, Sam.
He has wide. Sees him.
Good play to Sam.
See what he can do with it.
Sam taking on 2 guys battling.
Big hit.
That should be a Belmont throw.
Yeah, good defense by Belmont there.
And Sam Neal, a tenacious bulldog in the corners. We've talked about his skills as a wrestler as well, standout wrestler for Arlington. Sam Neal saying ahead of the game that we've know a lot of these guys, and so keeping your composure against a team where so many people is critical in this game. It can become a personal match. So Sam talking about keeping their composure. So far seems like a fairly even play. Evenly played match. I think I might tip the scales a little bit towards Arlington in terms of a little more possession. And right there,
Marcassini.
Beautiful.
Great header by Alex right there.
Header off the corner. Arlington.
Chills by Marcassini. See the replay in this one.
And right here, ACMi crew immediately getting this up. Excellent cross off the head right there. Marcassini.
It's a super sub they're looking for.
Well played.
That's great.
I was going to point out before, these guys are beating me to the punch every time. But this team has had 4 days off, which means maybe a little extra work and practice on corner kicks, set pieces, formations. But it's great to see today's goal scorers opening their accounts. Up until the end of last game, it was the same 3 guys scoring over and over, which is no shade on that. No problem having guys that consistently score. But it's nice to see these secondary guys putting in goals.
And there's the back line crossing fields right over there to the young Koopman out wide.
Koopman.
And we've got the throw-in for Arlington. And I think, too, sort of what Sam Neal said as we sort of get down into about 17 to go in the first half, can Arlington hold that composure? Because a team like Belmont, this is an equally important match for them just in terms of pride. They're looking to try to get this score much closer before the end of the half. So Arlington looking to keep their composure. And here's Sam Neal making the ride. Down, but cleared by the center back for Belmont.
Yeah, and at the same time, Josh, Belmont is coming off of just 2 days ago, a 3-0 loss to Cambridge Rindge and Latin. So
and the 1-1 tie from against Watertown as well before that.
They were in the same situation that Arlington was in going into playing BC High, playing a high-profile non-league opponent on the tail end of a couple of pretty intense, games already. So, Arlington has the benefit of rest. Belmont has, and actually, I was going to ask, it's good to have these guys.
Good turn by Rodriguez, getting the free kick for Arlington.
Would you guys rather be in a rhythm of playing a game and then game and practice, or have some time off in between?
I feel like game, practice, game. It's good to, play a game, see what you need to work on what you need next practice, and keep going back into it. Oftentimes, if there's, game, it can be really hard to, pick out and isolate a problem. And if you do find that, have the time to really work on it. So
yeah, I think Belmont's in a game. They're at the end of a game cycle where we've just had the benefit of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think they were even off on Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practices.
Good ball in.
Yeah, those set pieces are gonna, they're gonna be dangerous today.
Absolutely, and if I was, Quincy taking that kick, I would just put Koopman right in the box. Either Koopman, matter of fact, they're both just absolute behemoth of men. So if you can get up to them, it's gonna win the air.
Yeah, I was at a tournament
Wide.
earlier this year, and Lucas walked by me. I didn't realize who it was till he was past me, and I just was going like, That's a big kid.
It's a big kid.
Big kid right there. Yeah. And both players are having good years. I think guys, people are feeling pretty strong about this team this year.
Cheeky by Nathan right there.
Wow.
What I think what needs to happen is I think the Koopman collab at center backs would be great. They're both the biggest guys, and they're both great with their bodies and feet. So, obviously a little opposition for Lucas, but I think he already is at right back. So, I think those two in the back could have been, something special. But they still got a phenomenal team, phenomenal back line especially. So,
yeah, really nice touch from AJB there, getting something started.
AJB, is that his nickname? We're looking for nicknames, guys.
AJB is Alex Burke's nickname. Yes.
Okay. We already gave Fernando the nickname Magneto.
I like that. Ball, it sticks his foot like glue. Hey.
Oh.
And
man down.
Wow.
One of the juniors, I started calling him the closer because he tends to come in towards the end of the half or the end of the game and kind of just tightens things up a little bit. A guy might be tired or maybe frazzled, and he'll just come in. His name is Kellen. You'll see him number 1.
Very technical player.
Yeah, very technical, very smart, heady player.
Great balling.
Kellen's a really hard worker.
Bounce Sam out wide.
Looking for a cross.
He's looking for a shot.
He's looking for a shot. Yep.
Yeah, he scores from there.
Yeah.
Alex, ready to take down that space.
Good job by AJB there on the number 10, the talisman.
Second time I'm seeing Alex be the start of something on offense here.
Sam, another great touch. What he does best, moves his bodies in ways it shouldn't work, but he always keeps the ball. So
he's a fun guy to watch.
He's a fun guy to watch. You can tell he's a big wrestler because the way he uses his body and his stamina and everything, you can tell that multi-sport athlete, and it's paying off.
Here we got Keegan coming back in for not sure Sam Neal. So it looks like there's the rotation, the forward rotation, and Kavi is coming in. Yeah,
looks like Fernando is coming up.
Yep,
Fernando
and Sam. Yep.
Yep. I mean, this is a pretty well established, formation. So Ryan and Alex are the primary backups at forward, and then Kavi is usually the first one off the bench at midfield. So, the team, while senior heavy, I mean, it's quite senior heavy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, this is we talk about a Belmont team that's developing and young, like the Arlington team is developed. I mean, this is it.
This is it. Yeah. This is the season they've
year.
been talking about for years. Like this class has always been, one of the best art classes we've seen recently.
Yeah, they're seasoned. A lot of these guys have been on the team for 3 years, and in spite of that, we do have some decent. You see the sophomores that are on the field now: Ryan, Lucas, and Kavi, and then junior Alex, who just scored, junior Quincy, and there are 3 other juniors and 2 other sophomores that receive regular time. So,
it's great. Obviously a lot of seniors, but as long as those other guys are getting the play time they need to really develop, future is always bright in Arlington. They're always producing good players. So, to see what's going to happen going forward.
And in that article that I referenced before, Belmont, they said, I forget the number, but it was they were very happy to have 110 players come out for the high school program in Belmont, which is a number I think that in Arlington we actually dwarf that number.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's still, I mean, kudos to both. I mean, they might as well. You could throw a rock from my house and hit Belmont, basically.
Yeah.
So we have. I just want to say hello to my nephew Pete Smorgowitz, Belmont Junior. Hi Pete, hope you're doing well. Probably knows a lot of these kids. But yeah, so these there's familiarity and it always makes for a fun this game and also Lexington and Winchester.
Yep.
Lexington, I can speak on Lexington for a minute. I know I can speak for Harry too. Lexington away, regardless of the outcome, is every time the best game of the season. That was one of my first games back from injury last year was Lexington away, and that is just such a highlight game. The atmosphere. It's always at night. Everyone shows up, and Lexington is their fan base is great in the sense that they're gonna make fun of people and they're gonna call names, and it's really it's something special. And every game is, especially as competitive as team as Lexington, they're always a standout team.
And like I said before as well, every game you're putting your full effort in, but there's just something about these games against bordering towns that are just a little bit extra special sometimes.
And I think, actually, speaking to the Lexington game in particular, the first varsity boys game I watched when my son Cooper was was on JV. I just walked across the field when the JV match finished, and the intensity of the Lexington game in particular, with the fans right there on the sideline, I could not believe it was like a different sport than what I'd seen from. It was actually
Great ball over top by Keegan. Let's see what he can do with it.
Producer
He's gonna slow
Raj's
it down.
son too.
Look for numbers.
Touches
And
in.
he
Can
gets
have a
it.
shot.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Unfortunate there.
Passes it off to the middle. That was actually a year that producer Raj's son was on the team, and it was a incredible, I think, a victory for Arlington. And there's
Another
a good
great ball
ball from
behind.
Dobro over to Rodriguez.
He look for a cross. He got
One
a cross.
touch.
There.
Beautiful
Great connection
play.
right there. Alessandro with the second of the game.
Casual brace for Alex.
See the
Casual
replay on
brace.
this. Great ball in behind entry. Rodriguez with a lovely first time in. Ready to get ahead of Alessandro.
First touch to the corner. Well set up by Dobro. Incredible play. Dobro to Rodriguez.
Dobro, yeah.
And an incredible play. Well played by Arlington from the half. Just moving quickly. Rodriguez, I think, with the one-time cross, and then Alex getting the one-time touch right in there. It's gotta make you feel good seeing your old team connected on goals like that.
Yeah.
Great. Goal-heavy game. 3-0 off the bat. Definitely exciting to see. So
3-0.
3-0. 9 minutes to go in the half. Arlington hopefully keeping the pressure on. Beautiful goal right there on the Arlington soccer team.
That's what I was
Arlington
gonna say.
soccer night.
But the key now is we got to keep it going. We can't let them get back in this.
Again, speaking back to what Sam Neal was saying ahead of the game, keep your composure when you know so many faces. Easy to get comfortable with a lead of 3-0. Lots of soccer to play, as you two know very well. And again, right there, Belmont with a strike, answers immediately. Alex, I believe that is the player you told us to keep an eye on, number 10
Number
from
10.
Belmont with a strike. Here's the replay. 25 yards out, right
hit.
into the corner,
Bottom corner.
across the diving Shea. And Belmont answers immediately, less than a minute after Arlington
And
scores.
so this is a big test of character for this Arlington team. We're going to see how they respond to this. We're going to see if they fold or if they're going to keep going, say, no, this is not happening right now. This is our game.
I agree. And I know it looks like Arlington might have got a little ahead of themselves, hence why, that goal has happened. And now Belmont's on great moves, but sees him. Oh, still that vision there. But, Belmont with momentum now because they're, one goal is all they need to get back in. So Arlington needs to recontrol the game and keep putting more in. So
Yeah, there's not much you could have done about that goal. That was just a special effort.
that's
Just an incredible shot, and I know that player's reputation precedes him, and he didn't stand out on the two streams of the games that I watched, but that was certainly, there's no denying what happened there.
Absolutely.
That was an individual effort, and it was just a fantastic strike. Not much the keeper could have done about it.
Coach Yazzie always says that, if they want to shoot from 20, 30 yards out, let them. And if they score those, just give them a handshake. And that's all I can do in that situation. It was just a great hit.
It's like nothing to pick at there. You can see Shea is not a sleeping goal. He gave it his best. Any margin of error there, Shea's on that.
10, breaking through again.
10 creating something.
Rohan doing his best,
Another
sliding in there,
slide.
totally taking him out.
Rohan is loving these wet conditions right now.
This is where he thrives in games like this, where a little slick, and they like to go wide. Rohan loves his slide tackles more than anything, and that's probably his best trait, honestly, is the way he can slide perfectly every time.
He needs a nickname, guys.
He does need a nickname. We gotta think of
You
something
guys-
good.
you
I
guys
will
have
think
one?
about. We gotta think about
Yeah,
this.
think about a nickname for Rohan.
Something to do with sliding, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, he's just a tough. He's maybe scrap iron. How about that?
I like scrap iron. I like that a lot.
Yeah, scrap iron. He's
scrappy.
tough to play against. He's fun to watch, tough to play against. We got some subs coming in. Double goal scorer,
Fernando
Bracer.
back, Sam back.
Yeah, Sam is back. Fernando's back. Quincy comes out. Keegan moves up to the middle. Good shift by Alex Marcassini.
Great, amazing. That's what they're
yeah.
looking for in a sub. You really can't get better than that.
I don't know.
You sub in your striker, and 2 goals later, you sub him out. It's a good way to go. Long ball again.
Nolan with a view over top looks like lack of communication from up there, but 6.5 to play in the half. Let's see if Arlington can get one more back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3-0 score line is a lot more comfortable than a 2-goal deficit, but Still, it's hard to be critical about how Arlington's played this half.
One of our great friends and fellow member of our class once told me 2-0 is a scary lead because he said most of the time whoever scores next in a 2-0 lead goes on to win the game. So
does that apply to 3-1?
Well, you never know.
Offsides called on Arlington. Yeah, Belmont. You got to figure. That they might be feeling good about themselves, full of confidence after kind of coming back after that 3-0 deficit. The next 5 minutes here are going to prove to be pretty vital to the outcome of this game.
Yep.
Obviously.
Let's see if Arlington limps to halftime or if they sprint to it.
Nathan cooling it down like he always does.
And we have we actually have the clock here on the monitor. So when you guys were playing, was it nerve-wracking when you looked up at the clock and it said 2 minutes, or were you pretty much always aware of like how much time was left?
You're pretty aware, and honestly, sometimes you don't want to know because oftentimes, especially as like a center back, it's a really close game. You're like 5 minutes to play. You can get ahead of yourself. So sometimes you just want to play your own game until you hear that whistle.
Yeah, that's great advice. Just ignore the clock entirely.
I remember one game we had against Lexington, we were up 1 goal, and we really took control of that game when we stopped trying to get not scored on and we started to try and score again.
And yeah, that's always an interesting tactical. When you're ahead, do you play in a defensive mode or do you go further on the attack? And it's again a question for you guys because sometimes like up here we're watching and we can tell that the team is like playing a little tentative or maybe defensive, and we're wondering if that's something the coach tells them to do or is that just something that happens, naturally.
And right here, there's a turnover from Arlington. Alex Burke covering for Koopman, and well played by Burke to get it out to Rohan.
There's that composure we were talking about.
And I think, Alex, that is the question that I'm curious to hear from both of these guys. Because what do you sort of look for in those moments, right? As this half winds down, we're about 4 minutes to go in the half. As this half winds down, if Arlington carries a lead into the final minutes of the second half as well, who do you look for? What is the leaders on the field, especially talking to the younger players who may be watching this? What do the leaders on the field do? Do they try to take everything on themselves? Like, what do you look for on to keep the team pushing forward, not just trying to not lose?
So what I'll say about that, and then Aiden can give his opinion, is when you're in a lead like this, everything that you talk about before the game just becomes more emphasized. Things will go down the drain once you start to turn off the communication. Maybe some people think, oh, this is my time to go score, we're up, or someone stops playing their maximum defense. Once you're up, everything needs to get better. Everyone needs to talk. Everyone needs to keep that foot on the gas pedal and all just the little things, and that's how you close out a game.
But excellent ball by Fernando. Heavy touch from Keegan, but he chases it down and earns a corner for Arlington. Should be you're saying signaling a throw. Looks like it might be going Belmont's way.
I think that's a bad call.
I don't know how we feel about that one up in the booth.
Goal kick. Keegan looks a little.
Yeah, he's a little perplexed.
His hands raised in questioning. But yeah, so goal kick for Belmont. And so Harry, you're saying sort of it's things that you've already reviewed and not getting away from that.
Yeah, go with what brought you there.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, just you're in your advantageous position. What did you do to get there? And just keep doing more of that.
And I don't know if Captain Aiden has anything to add on to that, but.
Well, and Captain Aiden, especially with your recent foray into psychology here, what do you think is the sort of the mentality that sets in? Because this is at this. I mean, I see this watching the Celtics, watching the Bruins, watching professional sports as well. It's one of the fascinating and beautiful things about sports, I think, is how it plays out in the mental side of it. But as a captain last year, and you guys had a lot of tight matches. How do you keep the team pushing forward, not just trying to protect the goal?
Well, I think adrenaline is a massive thing in this situation because people get ahead of themselves or try and do too much. I think you're in a situation, especially as tight as a situation as you're in, I think what I would, my advice is just focus on the fundamentals. Like adding on to what I completely agree with what Harry said. Honestly, I would say the same thing. But if you get those each little touch as perfect as you can be, and like really cool yourself down and focus on just getting that rest of the game down to a T as much as you can, that'll really make the rest of the game go significantly smoother, as if you're just like running off of like what you feel. But you gotta take everything into account, and really just like give it your all and make sure everything is as best as it can be.
And I know, Alex, from the previous game that we called against Wilmington, I think I saw a lot of that from Quincy as well. Once he sort of in that second half kind of stepped into that leadership role.
Oh, Keegan down.
Curious from looks like he like maybe a shin to shin.
Was it
right
contact?
there.
I didn't see it.
Looked like shin to shin.
And I'd be curious though, as Keegan sort of gets some attention. I wonder if I assume trainer Sam is in attendance today as well. But wondering who you guys think are sort of the go-tos on this year's team to sort of be the ones to sort of bring that focus back if the team's getting a little tight.
I feel like me and Harry could probably agree on this one. I think it's got to be Nolan Koopman. He's the biggest voice, like last year as well. He's always booming from wherever he is. You can always hear him. Even up in the booth, I've heard him a couple of times. He's very loud, and he understands the game very well in the sense that he can calm things down. And I'm going to pair him with Shea in the back. It's a lot easier to speak for the whole team from the back. Keegan up top, he's focused on, scoring and getting things done. But you're at the back, yet sometimes more, not always more time, but more of like a view on what's happening. And really, like, that's your call to be able to, like, you got to calm things down and pick things up.
And as we go into the final 20 seconds, according to producer Raj's clock, we'll call it the Raj clock, and looks like right there, the ref called it right there. So Arlington taking a 3-1 lead into half. Alex, your takeaways?
Well, with all the different people coming in and out of the booth, it's a little hard to analyze, but I would say fair score line. I'm surprised at the amount of attack Belmont has been able to muster, given what I watched in their previous games. The goalie storyline holds true. Let's see what happens. They've been putting in another goalie.
He's
in
warming
the
up right
half.
now. He's won the ball.
Yeah, the blonde guy.
Yep.
Yeah. He played in the second half against Cambridge, and I don't know if it's a systemic they coach it, but he was caught out like twice, in possession, and wound up giving up those goals that the goalie gives up. There one or two of them happen every year. So we're interested to see about that. But one thing I would have liked to have seen a little more of is maybe just get Belmont running around a little bit, because that in the Winchester game we noticed that Arlington got up 2-0 in that game, and then had Winchester cramping and going down like flies with 20 minutes left in the game.
And it did look like, Alex, to me a little bit towards the end of that half, Arlington kind of looking a little bit more for the long balls as well. And stepping into the booth as well. So our visitors to the booth tonight, we have a recently returned to Arlington from the wilds of Amherst, Massachusetts, standout soccer player, played right back, a standout football player, standout track athlete,
and coach,
standout cross country, or no, just indoor track, who got the win against Lexington, and one of the finest tennis players I've ever seen, Omkar Adia. Welcome to the booth, Omkar.
Thank you very much.
What are your takeaways from the first half? Watching your old team from high in the stands.
Honestly, like, this is the first time I've been able to watch these guys play together in this team, and I'm very impressed so far. Like, they're very fluid. They're making the right passes at the right times. Sometimes I think they might need to slow down, just calm down a little bit. But other than that, yeah, nothing to say. They're doing great.
And Omkar, we had a chance before the game to talk to Harry and Aiden about their experiences. I'm not sure if you and Harry have any classes together out at UMass, but let us know what's life like on a college campus now.
Different. I don't know. It's like, it's good, but it's bad at the same time. There's ups and downs.
And well, I'm sure your English teachers would be very proud of that response, Omkar.
I'm not actually taking English, so you know. That's why I was like that.
And speaking of teaching at Arlington High, not sure any of these guys know her, but Miss Alicia Majid, a longtime chemistry teacher at AHS. Alicia, welcome to ACMi's production for Boys Night Soccer, Boys Varsity Soccer.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks, Josh.
So getting your take as well, I'm curious. So we've got 3 scholar athletes standing among us right here. They all laughed at that, but I'm sure they're all smarter than I am. I know that. Alicia, can you tell us a little bit from the teacher perspective? What's it like working with students at Arlington High School?
Oh, the students at Arlington High School, I mean, they're just lovely. Like, lovely. You know, and every year at the start of the school year, the question is, how's the start of the school year? And it's just wonderful. It's like the kids are what make the job doable. And I'll say this, during COVID, when we weren't with the kids and we were teaching behind the camera, I always say, the worst parts of the job were the only part that was left over. It was being with the students is the best part. They just have a lot of energy. They're smart. They're fun. So it makes the job.
And Alicia, I know your family has been involved with the Arlington Soccer Club for years now. I believe both of your girls are standouts on the from Arlington Soccer. One of them is now reffing, I believe, or at least was.
She was.
How is it being an Arlington Soccer family?
Oh, that just provides us with just a lot of feeling like we're part of the town. We're contributing to the town. So, for example, my husband Tahir is one of the coaches, has been coaching my daughter Ruby since she was in kindergarten, and now she's in 8th grade. So it just makes us feel really connected to the town, and we have met some of our closest friends in Arlington through Arlington Soccer. And then I would say the same for my girls. Sonia and Ruby have made wonderful friends through Arlington Soccer Club.
And speaking of your girls, I know Sonia, I believe, is a 10th grader now, which is kind of unbelievable for me. We happen to live on the same street, and I've watched them grow up. Anything that you would like to contribute to this broadcast that may embarrass your 10th and 8th grade daughters? I'm sure, knowing you probably won't. But if this is your opportunity, Alicia, that will live forever on YouTube for you to embarrass your daughters.
I think you do know me well, Josh, that I like to keep the harmony in the house, so I will not do anything to embarrass them. You know what? Me just talking right now
that's
you all
enough.
Is embarrassing enough. So I'll just say their names, Sonia and Ruby Majid. I did it. They're so embarrassed now.
Well, and I'm going to extend an offer to Sonia and Ruby. If they ever want to come into the booth and give their perspective on Arlington Boys Varsity Soccer, would love to have them, would love to hear their analysis and their insider knowledge of the players on the field.
Yeah, she should. I don't know. She left already. She can't believe I'm still here and that she left. But I love a good soccer game.
Well, Alicia, thank you very much, and thank you for all the work you've done for the students of Arlington. You and all the teachers in Arlington. I know it's sometimes not an easy job, but having had 2 boys who are almost through their Arlington education, it's been the teachers have made it an exceptional experience for them. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh.
All right, and now back. We've Omkar and anyone else who wants to analyze the games going on the field right now. We have some Arlington Soccer Club youth soccer happening. Let's get the play-by-play.
Okay, let's take the field on the far left. So we got the red team who has an advantage by 1 player. They're going to switch the field here.
Oh, broken in behind.
Broken through, but couldn't do anything. Oh, but the ball boy gets a fast finish to the red team.
Personally missed it. Umkar was voicing how someone was doing the worm over on field number 3, I believe.
Oh.
So it's hopefully they start doing the worm again.
Look out for an orange shirt.
Orange shirt doing the worm. In behind, finished by number 9. Where's the Selly at? Look at him, hands up. He knows he's that guy. So
they know Yazio's just watching.
They know Yazio's watching. This is the scouting report. The future's bright. I mean, I don't know what you guys are going to say about this, but it looks like, Orange program's in great hands right now. Very competitive games happening.
Yeah. I'm not worried about how many seniors are on this team. What I'm seeing right now, we're good.
Some of these
All
kids
of
look
them.
like tiny.
Hopefully all of them.
Hopefully all of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. From what I'm seeing, I cannot compete with these guys right now.
Yeah, we're way past our prime.
Yeah.
Had a
They should enjoy this. This is such a fun field to play on.
once
Wait,
oh, little Rabona
I
with the
saw
blue
that.
hoodies. Look at him.
Guys, blue hoodie. If that's your child, we need them at every camp. We need them working hard.
1 second on the clock. Wow. I'd like to point out on the ball field too with the Messi jersey. Might be the cutest kid I've ever seen.
Yeah, you're forgetting Fernando's here. Oh man, this looks like so
What's
much fun.
the starting lineup for the half? Is it the way we started?
I'm assuming it
Quincy,
is.
I assume it is.
Oh, I see Kellen out
Kellen's
there.
Kellen,
yeah.
yep.
Okay, let's go, Kellen.
Who is Kellen in for?
Um,
Probably Keegan, because of Keegan's
That's
shin. Let's look
right.
for Keegan on the sideline, maybe getting treatment right now.
Y'all see what happened with that?
Looked like just a little shin to shin,
Oh,
a little like right above the shin guard. That's what I was take away.
Yeah. Hopefully Keegan's okay. That's a key player
Oh,
to
we
the
got
offense.
yeah,
We
more
got some
people
goons
come up.
coming
Some
up the
goons coming to the
stairs
booth
right
right now.
Oh no.
Oh,
no. Andre Sender.
It's getting rowdy.
Oh no.
So we have ex-captain alongside me, Peter Clordy, old team manager, Ronan Obzinski,
This is
and
so special.
Ex-bench
our
player.
best striker in the team.
Toti Mex.
Go D-Max.
All right, we're back on the field here at Arlington High School, and I'm here with Spy Ponder Varsity boys coach, Coach Yadzio, and I'd love to hear a little bit about the excitement heading into the fall season here.
I think we're very excited. It actually started, I think, at the end of our tournament game against Framingham, where we fought hard and we came up just a little short. And I think at the end of that game as a team, I think the team realized we have something special to build on for this year. And so the boys have come in very prepared on the hard work they've done in the off season. And we had a good showing in the preseason against a number of teams. And yesterday we had a very good win, strong win versus an excellent Wakefield team, 2-1. So we're off to a good start. We know we have a lot of work to do to get better each season and each game. And so they're focused in on that. You know, we just had our film session and we talked about yesterday's game is over. And we're going to look forward to the next game, and we're just going to focus on each game, take each game, because there's a lot of good players on the team, and the captains have done an excellent job of keeping the team focused and in the right direction. We're off to a good start.
All right, back on the sidelines here at Arlington High School, and I am with the boys varsity captains of the soccer team, and I just want to know about, introduce yourselves and then tell me a little bit about what it means to be on that leadership side of being a captain of a team.
Yeah, so I'm Keegan Maxwell. I'm the striker, and honestly for me being a captain, I'm really honored to be in this role, but I just still remember sophomore year, Rowan Egan, one of the captains we had, he was just such a good leader, and I really wanted to just, play for him, play well, and I tried my best to, fill my role.
I'm Shay. I'm one of the captains. I'm honestly honored to have this position on the team with such a good team with players I've been playing with my whole life. It's an honor to lead them and lead them through this whole season. Yeah.
All right.
I'm Nolan. I'm a defender on the team, and I'm just really excited getting to support the boys on and off the field and be a leader on the team.
All right. Any surprises? Anything you guys are excited about this fall season? You're heading in as a senior. That must feel a little different running onto the field. Want to take that?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I mean, this is for our senior year. There's a lot of seniors on the team. So last year, obviously, and we have a really great team. And so we're hoping for to go pretty far in playoffs and have a great season, just make a lot of memories.
And you guys had a great season last year. It was really exciting to watch you guys play. And I I think that's about it for the sideline report here. But thank you very much for watching. I'm Jeff Monroe with ACMi Sports. This has been the captains of the Varsity Boys soccer team. And good luck this season. We're really excited to watch the games. We have a great production crew up there taping the game, so we're behind you all the way.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right, Peter, Tony, how has school been for you two so far?
It's been pretty solid. We got some hard classes, but we're pursuing through it, and hopefully it gets a little easier. But the first couple of weeks were kind of rough, but we'll be good.
Good?
Yeah,
Stand up.
same thing with
Andres?
Yeah, exactly same thing.
But
I'm an Andres. I played here last year. I graduated with these guys. It was a really fun year, and I'm currently studying at UMass Boston.
What are you studying?
I'm studying business management. So it's really fun. Yeah.
And Peter?
I'm Peter. I played here for the last 4 years, and I'm currently studying at BC.
What are you studying?
I'm studying psych right now, but I'm looking to minor in finance.
I don't know how long you two been watching, or you three been watching this game for. Rona's on the headset, but what have you took away from this team so far?
They're definitely moving the ball very well. I think they had 2 great goals from Alessandro. We missed the first one. Who scored the first one?
It was a deflection. Leon shot it and a deflection in.
Yeah, but no, they're looking strong.
Ball
Here
in
we go,
behind,
Sam
quick.
Neal.
Sam Neal beats him to it. Kellen with the shot. And
Hey! Let's go.
Kellen with a great finish.
Okay.
Back in the corner. Starting the second half the same way he started the first. A quick goal, really putting Belmont back in the heels. 4-1.
Wow, that was brilliant.
That was brilliant. So obviously, Peter and Tody, you guys were in the program.
What's up?
What words of advice do you have for the younger players on this team?
You want to say something?
You know what? Just keep grinding and get your spot that way, and just keep working hard, because you don't get things handed off really easy. What else?
Yeah, it definitely goes by really fast. It feels like yesterday me and you were sophomores trying out for this team, and
Absolutely.
it goes by really fast. Just make the most of it, play your hardest, and don't give up any moment.
I think another thing to add on to that is you can't take anything for granted. Unfortunately, like you said, I missed a lot of my senior season, and I would do anything to play again. So, even Kinnistan got drilled. Even if you're off the bench for 5 minutes a game, Yadu says it best. Make that the best 5 minutes you possibly can. And
Exactly. Yeah.
These kids playing so
Sweet.
well.
Sweet.
This might be the year. This might
This
be
is
the
the year.
It is.
We were
9 seniors. Wow.
We were talking about this earlier up in the booth, but this has been the class that we've been saying has a lot of potential, and they were really looking forward to their senior year, and now it's their time. Do you think how far of a run? We keep saying it's their year, but what's your real analysis here?
If they stay humble, keep grinding every day, making sure they have good practices, I feel like they can definitely go far in this tournament. Especially, just this team is all around. Just really
Sam Neal scoops it up, a little push in the back there, but
I'm expecting them to go really far.
I think they could definitely look at a top 5 seed if they keep their composure and play well, and hopefully make a long run in the tournament, maybe Final Four.
Absolutely. If they treat every game with they're treating Belmont right now, this should not be a problem for this Arlington team. They look strong, very direct in their passing and their movement, but it's obviously paid off and working best for them.
Fernando.
Who?
You guys all stay in touch, and you all agree to meet here tonight?
Actually,
Is this just come on Saturday night?
Fernando texted me and he was like, "Yo, you got to pull up with because his parents are currently not home right now, but his grandma's with him." So I came with my grandma here and my other cousin to watch the game. It's amazing.
Yeah. And then I know Aiden and my friend Ronan, team manager last year. Shout out to him. They were rooming together at Endicott, and yeah, and I heard they were coming, and Ronan picked me up and came to see the boys play.
Yeah, it's all about the connect. Yeah. Again, another Yazio statement real quick. Is all about the connections you make.
Exactly.
You always talk about lifelong friends. And, making these special big tackle. Anyways, making these connections, and you plan to be right. Still here with 5 guys from last year's team, whether playing or manager.
Oh, Leon.
Oh, Sam in
Go
behind.
also.
Hey, by
Hey!
Sam. Flexing the jersey number, not would have been my go Caselli, but Sam was saying yesterday that he was looking to really give a great celebration for his goal that he was going to score. Not quite what he was looking for, but Arlington again really bringing this momentum. 5-1. You think y'all are going to start putting some new players in, some new faces that haven't seen the field yet?
Yes, for sure, and that's the best time. You get to watch everyone gets some minutes, everyone gets some run. It's the best thing.
Absolutely. When, the starting team is so good, you can get a second team in there, really develop going forward. Especially some of these younger players can be vital for going forward. So,
Especially after they put in the hard work in practice, making everyone better, then they deserve their time on the field. So it's good to get to
absolutely.
see that.
Sam going flying right back out, that's what we like to see. Regardless of score, always giving your 100% because, the energy here is great, and it looks like the bench is really giving the field the motivation it needs today.
I agree.
And it's paid off 5-1.
Amazing.
2 goals, 3 minutes in the second half. What do you think that speaks about this team this season?
They're hungry.
Tony?
They
are.
They're hungry.
Very hungry.
They just eat up this whole competition here. They'll win everything.
Great ball behind.
They actually
Can
will.
Leon get there?
I really don't know what to say. This team's looking amazing.
Yeah. So what's the boys' record so far?
Right now they're 4-1. 4-1 with a
4-1.
3-0 loss to BC High most recently.
Oh.
But we're saying they're always a tough team, and it's got to go on the next one and learn from that. Move
Exactly.
on. And we've had our fair share of games against BC High. What would you to say about a 3-0 loss against BC High?
You got to shake it off. I mean, the BCI is good. They're big. They're strong, fast. Good team always. Pretty much always make the tournament, make a run in the tournament. You got to shake it off and move on to the next game.
Absolutely.
Looks like they're doing that today. So.
100%. Now, game's starting to cool down a little bit. 2 goals happen quick. Quincy Cotter, always caught up in the middle of something. looks like, is that a foul on Quincy? Handball? Either way, let's see how the Arlington backline can deal with this incoming free kick. We saw from both their kickoffs, they try to launch it long, and both times kicked it right at Fernando's knees. And that's not saying a lot because he's very short. So I think, they dealt with another one. They dealt with the last couple. So seems to be working in their favor. It's another free kick for it is.
Wait, so you said there was nine starting seniors?
9 starting seniors, yep.
Wow. Which one's a new position, which ones were the underclassmen?
Underclassmen, right back, Lucas Koopman. Oh, another one at Fernando's knees. And Quincy Cotter in the middle.
Oh.
So those 2. And Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 15 seniors on the team this year, right? 16 seniors on the team. So very senior-heavy team.
We had what last year? 12.
We had 12. What was the breakdown? 5 and 4. Okay, so still, room for improvement there. Maybe not as much a developmental season. However, Yadio tends to know what he's doing, so I think it'll all pay off in the long run.
I think it's also good for the kids that maybe aren't on the team right now, from personal experience, not making varsity that sophomore year, going in JV was really good for me just to develop my abilities to get ready to go into varsity.
Absolutely. Special shout out to Greg Walters. I know he's
yeah.
I don't know if he's here right now, but he is
100%.
amazing. I never had him personally. I know Peter could probably talk about this more, but from what I've talked to him about, just playing and everything, he loves to give everyone the chance they deserve.
Amazing.
And his only goal is to develop. He doesn't care about the score from whatever. He just wants everyone to be as best as they can. I think that's very important for a JV coach, and he especially does that in such a particular way. So, Peter, you know more than I do. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, so I had Walters my freshman year on JV. He was a very good coach. Really made me improve my skills and got me ready for varsity the next season. And he made you play a lot of positions, which was very helpful because on varsity I kind of played, especially my first 2 years, I played kind of back and up top on offense. So definitely a great coach, great guy, develops you well.
Absolutely. Good here.
Tony?
Big tackle up there.
I would say the same thing. He just really sets you up for success, and he'll help you in any way around. If you have any questions, just get to him. He'll really prepare you.
Absolutely. And looking at this team in right now, it still looks like the starting 11, but two players might be ready to look for subs. I can't really tell. Looks like there's some guys near the line, but two guys.
Looks like Colin Rayleigh.
Colin Rayleigh and Simon Miller, 2 guys ready to come in. Peter, you didn't start until the junior year, but your sophomore year, what was your experience like? As coming off the bench, what's it like getting ready? And even if the game's 5-1, what's your mindset going into something like this?
You gotta have intensity. You gotta bring the energy off the bench. The boys are tired. You gotta bring the energy, give them fresh legs, and hopefully just make the most of your minutes.
Absolutely. And with such a senior-heavy team, it's great to see the guys that might have been JV for 3-4 years get that chance to step in, even if they're not as experienced as some other guys. This is the perfect game to get that experience.
Exactly.
No.
Good clearance. I've noticed they go to the Alex Burke long ball a lot.
He does love his.
I like it.
Love his boot. Very direct. He was very adamant about playing center back this season. When season, in the summer, I was talking to Nolan Koopman a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to figure out who's gonna play where, and I asked about the back line, obviously, and all I heard was, yep, Alex Burke wants to be in the center back position, not outside back.
I like it. I think he looks good back there.
I agree. Who's coming in? Simon Miller in for Leon Pinard. Right wing. Big throw in. Peter, you know this midfield pretty well. What do you have to say about this midfield trio? Fernando, Quincy, and Nathan.
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
Tony, you especially. What do you guys have to say about those three and like how they work together?
They definitely build off each other really well.
Ball
They
in
move the
behind.
ball
Can
really well.
Sam
There
get
we
through?
go.
Still with. He's turning
with
back.
it.
He has support behind him. Is he going to use it? No. It's got to be a corner.
Goal,
Ooh.
goal kick. But no, they definitely move the ball off each other really well. They know each other's next move. They move well off the ball. I think they're a great trio to have in the midfield.
Especially them all like playing at that club level. They're all like they're all really connected and really know how to like play at that level. And the club being experienced in the club playing club season and like high school season like just really sets you up just like I don't know, play like a different style and just like high school soccer.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely. Fernando driving up the field now.
Oh, look
he
at
has
Quincy.
middle. He has Quincy centered. Quincy, one on behind. Will he take the shot? Oh, he's unlucky. Couldn't break through there. That one must be a corner kick. It is.
One more thing about the midfield is that they're not the biggest in size, but they definitely know how to use their body really well, and that allows them to control the ball and pass around defenders.
Absolutely. I think if you don't know Fernando, you would overstep him a little bit, but he probably knows best of everyone. So
he gets a lot of fouls called on him too.
Does. Now with this new corner situation, who are you looking for in this corner? I would look for Nolan Koopman.
Nolan or
Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas is huge.
Ball's in.
Oh, look at Lucas.
Another head on.
Oh!
Oh! Pike.
Close. Brother,
Still with.
brother.
Nolan Koopman.
Yeah! Oh, still in. Crosses back in.
Oh,
All right, goalie cancels
oh,
it. This is that new goalie. Alex touched on this earlier. Belmont has 2 goalies, so essentially 0, because each half they switch, and both of them aren't as experienced. They're both coming from JV last season, and it's definitely. What is your thoughts on having a cycle goalie each half every game? Does that make things better or worse for your team?
In my personal opinion, I think it makes it a little worse because you can't really get into the flow of the game just in that short half. I feel like if you're having a rough half, you're just going to be out of it for the whole half. You don't really have a chance to get back. Or if you're coming fresh, starting at halftime, it might be hard to get in the flow of the game.
Absolutely, especially when goalie is a position where you really need to use your voice and control the game. It can be hard hearing 2 different voices trying to control you.
Yeah, I agree.
This is not related to that question, but that goal that miss that Lucas just had reminded me of you.
I know.
Against Belmont. Against Belmont.
It was on soccer night too.
Peter, you want to talk about what happened in that situation? It was the exact same scenario. Peter, what do you have to say about that?
I would say that it was a close game. Belmont tie game. One of the kids on the team shot it and went straight up. I went in for the header, game on the line, and I hit the crossbar. But we moved on, and we learned from it.
You guys won the league that year too.
Yeah.
Arlington definitely controlling the game now. Really slowing down the pace a little bit. 4 goals up. They have no need to really batter more in. But at this point, if I were Arlington, I would do what they're doing, just make them work. A little mistake by Rohan there. Shot out.
Oh, good block.
Good block by Koopman.
Rowan's looking really strong at that left back position.
Absolutely. And this is new because I heard he's been playing right back for most seasons. Him and Lucas switched. Nope. Always left. Mistaken. Looks like Colin Rayleigh coming in for Rohan.
Good.
He's good. Let's see what they're. Absolutely, yeah. Now 12 minutes into 11 or 12 minutes into the second half now, and 4 goals up. This is a great time to get those bench guys in. So really get the development going that I was talking about. Good ball in. Let's see what Sam can do with it. 18 looks quick, but is Sam quicker? He is, but now goalie's out of place. Ball's bouncing.
I was actually surprised. I'm not too sure if you guys know. You guys know David Gaitis? He's the assistant coach for Belmont.
For Belmont.
I didn't know.
Oh, really?
Me and Tony know him very well. He was our coach for SFC for a season.
Yeah.
Great guy, great coach. So I heard it's his first season here, so he has a lot of work to pick up on, but he's definitely someone who can handle it. Good ball behind from Belmont, but Shea's going to tell with us very easily. And so looking at this Arlington team right now, it's definitely in their hands. If you were in Arlington shoes, what would you do to calm this game down for the rest of the game?
I would play possession. I would move the ball around the back. I wouldn't park the bus. Just keep playing how you're playing. You're doing great, and just finish the game out strong.
Absolutely. Yeah. Andres, what are you thinking?
Same thing. Just stay composed. Don't get too choppy with it. But
Lucas Koopman doing a great job working the ball out, using his body. Great dribble.
Good ball.
Looks in behind. Great ball behind.
Simon
Miller on the ball. Takes a shot right at the goalie. Had the space. He could have took it, but, Right done. Quick turn, going back out. Belmont looking long, right away on the other side. Shay's going to deal with that very easily. But, I mean, hey, that's like the moment you're looking for, you know, like those sub guys, even if it's a chance that they can't put away necessarily, it's good to have that experience now. So if they ever go back in, they can make that happen next time. Another long ball. Sam really working hard up there. Even with considering the scoreline, still trying to get more. You know, that's what's important about the Arlington team. They're always hungry. I think they're proving that right now.
Quick throw here.
Plays it off. Sam on the ball. I would look for a switch here. A lot of times, I've not seen a lot of switches. They've definitely developed either on the wing or through the middle. That's kind of stay. But if this team could start utilizing the switch, that'd be like wonderful. Great touch in. Quincy really just dribbling through. Lays off Fernando. Fernando sees one more. Unfortunate.
Nathan's there.
One of the best first touches I've seen, honestly.
Really good pass to Ryan earlier.
That was amazing. That really opened up, and Ryan with a lovely first time crossing.
Yeah.
That was just a great sequence. That was that's what Yazio loves. Those quick, you know, get to the corner, cross it in, and just finish one time. Let's see, where's the ball? Okay, so throw one for Belmont. Looks like a little. All right, calming the game down a little bit, trying to get ahead of, like, you know, situate a little bit. Yep. Big turn. Nathan, another big tackle. Simon opposition. I remember him being outside back, so it's good to see him in somewhere new. Belmont working quick, but Arlington moves quicker. You know, now you guys are at college. What do you have like advice for just seniors in high school in general? You know.
Enjoy it. Take it all in, because it just feels like one long lap. I would say it actually does though. But like at first, it's like I remember the beginning of the year just like started off. Yeah, I feel like it started off really fast. I feel like the soccer season blew by. The winter slowed down kind of, but the spring, it's crazy. But
Senior spring is not underrated. It was so fun.
Yep,
no, especially
absolutely.
That summer.
And summer,
Senior summer is
so fun.
Highlight.
Get those college apps in and then cruise.
Yeah.
Especially during this time when you're playing sport.
You gotta work hard in the fall, but once fall's done, you really move on. Belmont with a dangerous position right here. Let's see what they can do with it. It's a good ball in, recovered by Colin. Quick turn. Sam's gonna take this alone, I'd assume. Lays it off. Belmont with 2 subs.
If you want, I'm gonna probably go back down, but if you like, I can hand this over to.
You wanna hop in here? There we go. Thanks for having us.
Get Alex
Thank
back
you so much for having me. Thank you. It's good seeing both. Yeah, thank you. I saw Ronan's goal. Yeah, it was a good goal. It was nice. Good goal. I scored against Wilmington last year too. It was amazing. Nice.
Arlington moving the ball really well right now. See, this is what they need to do. Really take the game back
Yo,
in their
Peter,
hands.
Peter,
Make
you get a
Belmont
haircut?
work.
Yeah? Don't go back. Don't go back.
Making Belmont work hard. You know, even I do give Belmont lots of props here. You know, they're down by 4. You know, time's winding down, but they're still really giving it their 100%, and that's very respectable.
Yeah, they're too proud. They're too good. I think they've run into a buzzsaw. If that was true about those guys that went to watch Arlington versus BC High and went away thinking that Arlington was beatable, I would say watch that game again. I mean, you guys know about revisionist history. You know how that goes. Like after every game, you're like, oh, we lost 3-0, but it could have been 5-0. It could have been 2-1. I mean, that game BCI definitely deserved to win, but it was not. It wasn't a 3-goal game.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think these Belmont kids have run into a bit of a buzzsaw today, but I do not expect them just the same way like at Winchester or at Lexington, or any of those bordering towns. I do not expect them to roll over in any way. And sometimes I wonder these games tend to get a little chippy in the end. So let's keep an eye on that too.
Absolutely. Belmont's one of those teams where they're very subtly chippy. They don't make it clear. Like Lexington is very like them. Oh, great ball in.
Unfortunately.
Lexington that really drive at you hard, but
He doesn't seem to be in much of a rush.
Doesn't.
Speaking from someone who would usually be going in, it was normally
great shot. Wow.
Normally around 15 minutes.
He had against Wilmington, I think, a different opponent for sure. As far as quality wise, he had most of the backups in early in the second half. So he may be waiting a little longer in this game just to like put it. You can see him slowly trickling guys off. Lucas Koopman's now off. I'm looking down at the field. Simon's getting minutes, and Colin is getting minutes. A couple seniors, and
Someone's lining up a half right now. I can't make out who that is, but
No, I think that's Lucas.
That's Lucas.
It's
Oh, okay.
just still. I don't know if he's.
Oh,
gonna come
mistake
back
in the back. Belmont, great
Oh.
chance. Puts
He
it away.
finishes. And that's what we were talking about. The little things that keep going.
Again, I see why Coach Yadzio might not be moving people around as much because Belmont's always gonna look hungry, and they could turn the game around.
Yep.
Some teams might not be able to, but Belmont can always turn around that game. So
if these parents are any indication, their kids are probably pretty intense too.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys can hear the banging on the
Yeah.
bleachers, but they're getting rowdy over there.
They're real happy for that second goal in a 5-2 game.
And we got a timeout here as well.
I think it's important. I think Arlington needs this. They gotta recenter, cool down. Again, cannot get ahead of themselves. This is a great team to get a big score differential against. It's very important, especially for those power rankings. So they can pull this one away with 3 or more goals. That'd be enough.
And I think that's why we're going to see Yazio a little hesitant to go deep into the bench. We need this one. We need this one.
So you guys you're naturals at doing this. Now I want you guys to go back to college. Understand? Because you guys, but please come back anytime.
Any weekend game, I will absolutely make the effort to be here.
I would love to do this again. This is fun.
Yeah, you got and spread the word at your schools and
Sure.
definitely keep following. And I'm not kicking anybody out. I'm just saying I'm really impressed with how you guys are handling the situation. You definitely it's good. You guys are obviously you played together for a long time.
Whole life.
And
Whole life, yeah.
Whole life, yeah.
even,
Same teams.
That first year of tryouts, back in 3rd or 4th grade, we both didn't make it, and we were on the same team, and we dominated the colored league. we were neon yellow, and we really were.
Yeah.
Us two were the star man of the league. So.
My son's team was mint green, and there was a bunch of players. One of them plays MLS Next now, and a couple of our juniors that didn't make the program, but that definitely. It's apropos here on ASC night to be talking about the development. So many great players coming from the ASC program, giving the coach and assistant coaches and the athletic director something to really think about. When it comes time to selecting the team.
I think to give a lot of credit, people like you, Alex, who were the coaches for these young players and really made an impact on their soccer careers. I know you did for me personally. We talked about this in our last interview, but having a coach as important in your life, we still know each other how many years later, and it's important to build these connections early and really get the ball rolling. So
yeah, I appreciate that, and both of you it was special coaching that team. I don't know, I think all coaches feel the same way about their teams, but that team was a lot of fun.
That team was a lot of fun.
I was thinking today there are a couple of oddballs on those teams, but for the most part, the games were fun, competitive games. You guys did a lot of winning.
Yeah,
great camaraderie.
It's
great
tough.
turn by Belmont here.
Oh yeah. It's tough to appreciate when you're that young how much time the coaches are putting in, even after work. But looking back on it now, it's like, man,
Yeah, and
those are some great memories.
It's volunteer too, so go hug your coach. It's Hug Your Coach Day.
Very Coach Day.
And speaking of just calling back to some other conversations, Malcolm Cooper was on the Frisbee team. No.
Yes, he is a phenomenal Frisbee player, especially a Frisbee golf player. Harry probably knows a little better than
me. He's professional.
He's professional Frisbee golf player. Yes, he's
And if you ever, I'm basing this off of a 2 out of 2 hit ratio, but if you ever want to go see Coach Mike, okay, all you have to do is go into Whipple Hill with a dog.
Really?
Yeah, because he's always there with his dog. Every time I'm there, he's there.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's like the man about Whipple Hill.
It's a great spot. My dad loves the bike there, but it's a lot of work. But he's always like, I hate Whipple Hill, but it puts me in great shape. Gotta give him props working in there.
Well, and as we have some subs coming in, Aiden, speaking of great shape, I hear that in lieu of a collegiate soccer career, you've been eyeing a great cross right there by Arlington, scooped up by the Belmont Keep. You've been eyeing a new move to marathon running. And so based on your reaction when I mentioned this before the game, I think there might be some things to talk about here with your marathon career.
So great ball in.
Cleared by the Belmont defense.
But, all summer I really took in running because I didn't really know what was going to happen going forward in terms of sports. And, I love to work out, I love to be in shape. So I was like, me, Harry with me, and a couple of our friends started really running every day. I was going for 20, 30 miles a week, really working hard. And, you know, the goal was a marathon at some point in 2026. Gone to college, it became a little harder to run. And at the end of the day, it was really about the value of staying in shape. And I have shifted that value to, you know, going to the gym and working out and, like, becoming stronger, you know. Since going to school, I put on quick injury by Belmont. But since going to school, I put on 7 pounds, and I'm really trying to like get myself back in shape because by the end of the summer I was a twig because of all the running, and I think it was hard. It was hard to sustain that.
So the marathon, do you have a marathon in mind, or is it something that you know? Because believe it or not, I'm in the club.
You're in the club.
I've got one under my belt.
And that is very impressive. I mean,
2002.
Not going to rule it out, but definitely not training as hard for that anymore.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
And with the transition to college, I think that's a good idea. And you were talking about sort of getting worn down, and I want to get both of your opinions. So you, I know, have dealt with injuries the last year, sort of the last 2 years of your soccer career.
Yep.
What would you recommend to these guys, sort of having gone through that, both of you guys, both very strong, very fast players? What do you do, sort of looking back? What are some things that you might have wanted to change in the way you sort of like took care of yourself during the season? Because this is a grueling season, especially sort of, you know, it's early in the season, but looking forward to, if you know, get a couple rounds through the playoffs. The games come fast. It's long senior year, especially for the 17 seniors on the team. Got a lot of work, college applications, lots of extra stress. How do you sort of manage this and take care of yourself going forward, looking back from your perspectives now?
I feel like there's like 4 very major pieces of this, and I think 2 big ones or 3 big ones that I really didn't take for granted was sleep, hydrate, and you know, just like take the time you need for yourself, because there's a lot of chaos going on, and if you don't drink a lot of water, get the sleep you need, you're gonna be like already worn down on top of a schedule where, you know, school 6 hours a day, soccer for 2, homework at night. Like, you don't have that time to really like take that time for yourself, which is why I'm saying you gotta what you can do for yourself, you gotta do for yourself, because it stacks up quick, and you know it can really make an impact on how you play and how you are as a person. So being able to really like at the end of the day cool down, keep yourself at a steady level is very important.
Yeah, and I'd say another really important thing, in my opinion, well, first off is sleep, but I would say players need to make sure that they're eating right, like, the whole season, because, you know, there are some days we're going to have practice or a game right after school, and if you just went through a whole school day where it's like, oh, I didn't bring a lunch, I wasn't really feeling what was for lunch today, now it's like you're playing a game that's for league positioning and ranking, and you didn't eat all day, and it's like just little things like that, they can add up, and maybe at one point in the game you get a little tired and it's a turnover. And yeah, I would say just eating and making sure you're fueled up before every game is really important as the season goes on.
That's great advice too, especially I just know, based upon, you know, what my son went through this summer, a lot of diet, a lot of rest, a lot of hydration, and then all that conditioning camp and all that stuff.
Let's go,
Keegan. You gotta take
a great ball behind. He's right.
Oh, that's part of training, learning how to do that, and the training is so that you keep doing that throughout the year. Like, now that you've made the team, you know, that doesn't mean that you don't have to keep doing those things.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like you learn how to do that. Part of the training to make the team is learning how to do those things on a consistent basis.
I feel like one of my critiques about the summer in particular, now talking all about this, they did not host as many Cavs practices as, you know, years past. Like, I remember last year,
Alex
me, Peter,
hustling.
and Johnny would always try to have like at least 4 a week, and you know, that really, with all that soccer going on, you have to start that process early. And I'm not saying it's going to impact how their season goes, but you know, it would help them one step forward of being able, like, all right, you're already in the soccer mode a whole summer, playing 4 or 5 times a week, if not more. So definitely difference for the last couple of years. But
okay, you guys are going to see a new face here coming on. He's going to be coming on to defense. It's Alex Marsden, sophomore.
Alex Marsden.
Yep, he's over there with the orange cleats.
What are Alex's specialties? Do we
Alex, well, I mean, given the fact that, you know, he played on the JV team last year as a freshman.
He's a lefty, right?
No, he's well-rounded. He plays up and down the field. He scored a bunch of goals for the JV team last year.
Awesome.
He can play forward. He can play back. One thing I haven't seen him do is and this is a particular skill, like, is play in the middle of the field.
Okay.
You know, Like, I don't think he's got that kind of acumen quite yet, but he's definitely very raw, very big, physical, talented, dogged, very flashy, but he plays defense for.
Do you think there's a lot of different spots that he could get put in right now, or are you assuming defense?
You guys might know more of this, but, like, I am seeing some definite.
Quincy working in the middle here. Who will it take? Takes on Fernando. Fernando dribbling through.
Oh.
Wow. Take one down. 2 down. 3 down. Hits it out wide. Ryan on the ball. What's he going to do with it?
Ryan on the ball.
He has support behind. Rohan
Good
scoops it
there.
up.
Rohan's on it.
Into Fernando again. What's he going to work? Works through one. Couldn't break through.
Quite. Belmont looking to counter now.
Quick counter.
Stopped by Alex
handles.
again. Stopped by Alex again.
AJB.
I'm loving this
AJB.
kid.
Ryan looking for another cross here. Body off the ball. Way to work with it, though. Still fighting.
Yeah, so we were talking about it earlier. Maybe at some
Great
points,
tackle from Rohan.
Maybe at some points trying to squeeze it down one side a little much, but we can't complain with 5 goals so far.
Exactly. And 15 left to play. Still up by 3. Hopefully they can, put more in or hold where they're at. Defensively, they look pretty sound back there. They look pretty comfortable. And so hopefully they just maintain where they're at.
So to finish what I was saying, it seems like the roles on this team are pretty much delineated. I don't know how that was with you guys, but the subs that come in, they come in the positions, the same positions every time, at the same order every time. It's kind of predictable, actually. So which is good. You know where you stand. I do wonder what would happen with this team, in the event that there was 1 or 2 injuries. I think they would be okay. But certainly the starting 9 is what it is, and the subs are what they are. So Alex, you see him come in at back. I've seen sometimes when he comes in. Is that indeed Alex? Am I right?
That'd be.
Yeah, that is 25. Yep, that he'll be at left back. I've seen him. If Nolan or AJB come out, Lucas will slide in to the center back.
Yep.
But Alex is an outside back on this team.
I think to add on to what you were saying about is it the same every time? Last year, people came in the same position or similar. People Andre's up in the booth talking. He can play wing, he can play striker, he can move around. Sometimes y'all move guys around like that. And similarly, we've had guys go on hurt and big players, big name especially Johnny Pang. That man could really play anywhere in the field, and he started in the defensive mid, but he could really. He was a workhorse, and he really could put in a shift wherever he needed.
And Johnny was a guy who, if we had someone we wanted to man mark, we would have Johnny do that.
Johnny defensively, 1-on-1 was one of the best defenders.
That was really special.
He was great play.
A little fancy footwork from Quincy.
Moving the ball around very nicely. Has Quincy in the middle here.
I really like the way they're moving the ball around right now. As I say that, they're turning over, but
Alex stepping in again. AJB just all over the place right now.
Yep, let's see if someone fills for him. Yep. Look at Nathan, fundamentals right there.
And there's a turnover, but Shea scoops it up
easily.
And shout
Big
out
boot.
to Johnny Pang.
Took him out.
Alex and I right here last year calling the games. Johnny the Flash Pang.
Yep.
It was fun to watch that guy again. Testament to the speed and physicality. Replay coming up right here. We can see the clear right here from Shea.
Got taken out the end
Boom.
there too.
And little clip from the defender. Don't like to see that. Looks like it was incidental. But we got a free kick coming up. Shea looks okay.
Shea's back up, saying some very nice things to the ref, I'm sure.
And very nice things to that player as well. I'm sure he's very,
very composed.
Very
to go
composed,
back to Sam Neal's quote, I'm sure nothing questionable coming from Shea right there. Clears it out. And Belmont again. So we're looking at about just under 12 minutes to play. Kind of similar situation. Arlington with a comfortable lead at the moment, but Belmont has shown some definite ability to strike the ball. Both of their goals coming off some rockets. Again, right here, what are you guys looking for from Arlington? I know Aiden heard you talking about the power ranking scores. If it is does the goal differential matter up to a certain point?
So the most you can get from a game is if you're up by 3 goals, that's the max. And Belmont's another, I'm sure, relatively high ranked team. So being able to get 3 goals away from this will definitely make a difference in comparison that they're up by 1 or 2.
And a not solid play right there from Arlington sets up a Belmont corner. So Belmont sending a large contingent in. Arlington with 10 guys back deep. So Belmont trying to make something happen here. Ball's up. It's bouncing around.
No one went to it right away. Y'all just will make them run tomorrow, I'm sure. You know, we had a drill last year where every time we do corners, every time I get launched in, no one would touch it. It was like sprints. And
it was
that just warranted a sprint.
That's one of his pet peeves there, and we can see him kind of scratching his chin about that.
And one of the things Alex and I have talked about is especially the last game against Wilmington. Arlington had some downtime, and they or just getting that chance. They hadn't had any practice time to work on those set pieces. They came out, played a very solid game. But again, one of those things, sort of the game wears on, 10 minutes to go, and sort of little mental lapse on a set piece definitely can lead to a goal.
Okay. Alex, a little stumble, but makes up for some nice moves.
Alessandro really fighting there. I like this a lot. Look at him breaking through all the way up the field.
Keeping the pressure on the keep. And it's bouncing down the middle. Rohan into the middle. And number 21 for Belmont using the body right there, pushing his way around, gets it out wide. So Belmont creating some opportunities for themselves early.
Absolutely.
And here's a chance for Rohan to show off that speed.
Still working. You know,
let's go, Rohan.
Been on the whole game, still sprinting faster than most people.
And covers the ball right there. The way he closed down, looks like we might have a replay coming up of how Rohan closed that down.
He reads the ball very well.
I want to shout out that kid.
Right here, heavy touch. Right to Belmont. And then watch how Rohan closes this down before the Belmont player could react.
Yeah, such a hard worker.
And so we have a stream of subs for Belmont. Looks like three-player exchange. Fernando Barrientos coming off. Magneto coming off. And so fresh legs right here for Belmont, trying to make their run to close this gap. Still plenty of time, as we saw. Arlington, 15 seconds into the half, scored. So plenty of time and right here, dangerous play. Alex Burke again, bodying off, protecting the ball, giving Shea time to scoop it up.
Speaking of Shea, looking like Max Mulvey going to finish out this game today.
Stay
at the line. You know, I have a lot of
good spot.
Nothing but great words about Max Mulvey. You know, during our spring season, he was always every game, and whether it was on the field as a field player or a goalie, he's a phenomenal player.
And right there, Alex Burke stepping into in front of that shot from number 12, a goal scorer for Belmont, keeping that away from Shea. And this ball is going to scoop back to Shea. I'm going to guess we'll see
Shea's going to play some games here.
Shea's going to play the clock a little bit. He's very good with that.
Yep, he'll make you sprint a little bit.
Yep, get up his face. Yep, definitely some choice words of like, you're awesome, great job working there.
Strikers really like Shea. They have a great time together on the field.
Shea is really someone you want to talk to as a striker, you know. Arlington working the ball up great again, you know. I think Henry Rue is the right choice to put in. He's a very defensive-minded player, so putting him in a 6 role would be a great thing there because he really slowed the game down. He's a very composed player.
And a quick shout-out as we have waiting for the ball to come in. We got a goalie substitution here. Shea headed out, and I believe this is your boy Max coming in.
It is Max coming in.
Great we got about 7.5 to go. But shout-out to the cameramen tonight. Nan G, Owen G's dad, on the left camera. We're going to call that camera 2. And Jim Burke, Alex's father, getting a chance to film his son having a marquee game out there. Keeping that back line solid. So shout out to the 2 volunteer camera crews, both parents of guys on the team, and the rest of the ACMi crew as well, doing a great job as per usual.
I mean, especially with the meteorologist aspect they were talking about, you know, dealing with all those weather conditions, doing a phenomenal job. How much? 6.5 left on the clock, you know, 5-2. Looking like some more subs might go in, some players near the line, but that could also warrant a Yazio scream saying back off the midline. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
Vicious sneeze over there.
Crazy sneeze from
See,
Belmont.
shot from Nathan. Gonna rip
Nathan
it.
at the top.
Wow, what a hit.
What a finish from
Phenomenal
Nathan.
by Nathan.
Off
boys
the
back to corner.
goes. Nothing crazy. He'll show some class, but.
I did not. Let's see the replay.
Oh,
I
missed it. I don't know who got the assist there.
Phenomenal strike by Nathan regardless. Looked just like that goal from Belmont. Honestly, it was like they're 1-for-1.
Great pass as
Couple
well.
of real nice goals today, fellas.
Really, this has been a really good show. This has been a really good show. And let's see, we got
You know, and I've alluded to this before, but I'm personally ecstatic to see so many new players reach the score sheet.
Absolutely.
Not just
Absolutely.
Sam, not just Keegan, not just Quincy.
That's a place.
I mean,
Yep.
special shout out to, you know, oh, wow. Sorry, I
There's a
lost my
senior,
train.
His name is Max. I don't know.
Big
his
hit
last
by
name.
Max right when he got in. Besides that point, special shout out to last year's play-in game. You know, the Harry Cam connection up top. You know, that really shows what this team's about. You know, Cam never really known for his like technical ability. Sent a lovely ball into Harry. Harry with a lovely shot. I mean, big ball in. What will do with it? But Harry, just talk about that for a second. What did that game, especially that goal, mean to you as the end of your towards the end of your soccer career?
Well, that goal was really special because it was like I grew up always playing on this field, watching insane high school games on this field, and to go out and play under the lights. And I'd never scored on this field in my life before. To have that be the first goal I scored on this field, that was really fun. And
Yeah, it was a great moment. We were really enjoying it up here too. Congratulations on that. Good way to send your high school career
yeah,
out.
that was great.
And speaking of great moments, again, just want to give some more shout-outs right here to the ACMi crew. So Nate, who's been working the board here with all our different camera angles, giving us all the different shots. Nicholas, and he's a sophomore, so talented sophomore. Nicholas, a senior at Arlington High, came in working the replay for us like a wizard. And then we've got Racer, who is a sophomore at UMass Lowell and graduated from
Congrats.
From here.
Well
And
done.
so Racer working all the camera as well. And a shout out to a special guest who's been in the booth. You haven't heard her on the live stream, but Avery, standout from a senior from the girls team, coming off their 4-1 victory. Avery has stayed up in the booth announcing the goals for both teams up here on the loudspeaker. And finally, Fiesta Bites up in Arlington Heights at the intersection of Mass Ave and Park Ave. Fiesta Bites has been supporting the ACMi crew this year, providing some pizzas for everybody, keeping everybody fed, focused. So shout out to the Arlington community making these incredible productions happen, with Max getting his hands on the ball, getting dirty right there. All right, Aiden, what do you think about that?
I mean, I said it before, big fan of how Max plays and how he comes in here, regardless of his minutes. You know, he's always going to give it his best, and, you know, he's just happy to be playing, and I think it's what it's all about, you know.
It's got to be comfortable, too, knowing you got someone, you know, on the bench, you know, that can come in and back up the goalie.
Absolutely. And I've said before, I think he would start on any other team. He just got unfortunate where he's behind another phenomenal goalie like Shea.
And we talked about, you know, what'll happen if injuries happen. That's great peace of mind to know if disaster were to occur.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we talk about the Belmont keeping situation. You wonder what that does to the psyche of a team when you're not sure if you're going to play the ball back to your goalie or not, or if there's not that solid communication between the back line and the keeper.
Yeah, you don't want it to be maybe one half you feel open to do that and one half you don't. You don't want that to be changing all the time.
Absolutely.
Belmont looking to build something here. Swept in
Again,
by Keegan.
I gotta say again, this Belmont team, give them props. They're still working hard. You know, down 4 is not an easy score line to try and keep working, but they're still working. So
3 minutes left. Aiden, I think back to what you were saying before, they're probably going to leave this game thinking they should have won it. Belmont, that's just the attitude that they have. It's been a tough competition. Certainly don't expect them to give up even at this point in the game.
absolutely. I mean, I think 2 more subs coming in. Again, can't make out faces from up here, but you know.
Well, I know who one of those
as
is.
one of them, someone very special to you.
Yeah. And I think Neil Patel. It's Ronan Howard and Neil Patel.
Those are two. Oh.
Yeah, and you know we do have. It's coming down to 250. So let's hope Belmont kicks the ball out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
otherwise,
from what I didn't see the goal, but I heard Ronan score. I mean, that's just what you're saying, like opening up the score sheet, and that's very exciting stuff. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially as a young player. Great
Can
ball
Owen
in the
get
corner.
there?
Can't keep it. Kept
Yes.
it in. Willie taking 1-on-1.
Cross in.
Cross in.
No one there right now.
Still working right back to it. It's great work.
Just want to say.
Rohan dominating the wing.
Whoa.
Big hit. That'll be a foul.
But we got Neil coming in. He's gonna be captain in winter track this year.
He is. Yeah.
Really exciting.
great kid. You know, one of the friendlier people I've ever met. You know, like just loves to interact with people, loves talking. And, you know, he's been dealing with a bunch of hamstring injuries, but give him lots of credit for still coming out here working his best, even when he might not be his 100%. Great ball in. Just couldn't get someone on the end of it.
Really good luck.
That's it.
That's full
It's
time.
a great game from the boys. 6-2.
All right. Yeah, I think they called it early,
A little
but
early whistle.
Little early.
Harry Malloy, Aiden Conley, thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's been a
Not
pleasure.
only great seeing
Absolute
you,
pleasure.
as always, come back anytime, but you guys did a fantastic job. Really, you're naturals. You're absolute naturals.
Yeah. Arlington's going to enjoy this one. This is a big one for the league. This is a big one for rankings. They got that goal differential that Aiden was talking about. Really a lot of good things to say about this one.
Those things that we're looking for there. I mean, from our first game watching, my first game seeing everything from this team this season,
Yeah.
they look phenomenal.
They're
And, you
impressive, absolutely.
everything they've been saying about, this is their year, this is the class that was going to make it their season, you could tell that they really want it. And it's like keep working the way they're working. It's going to go very smoothly for them.
And they've beaten Wakefield, so they avenged one of the losses from last year.
That was a tough one.
And they've beaten Winchester, so they avenged another one. And
Good.
I forget who the third team is, but and of
Oh,
course you
Wilmington.
guys, it was a clean sweep of, actually across the program last year, it was a clean sweep of Belmont, through the JV teams and the freshman team. So there you go.
Yeah.
So let's shout out everybody that we can.
Yeah,
so we
okay. So
Oh, we'll get a quick replays of all the goals before we get to that.
Shout out Jonah, though, from Belmont. You took the L tonight.
The Belmont's
Sorry.
great hit, bottom right.
Really great
Bottom
shot.
left. Bottom left. Know what you do about it. Belmont's second.
This was a
oh no,
great
this
goal.
is this.
This
Oh,
was
it's a great
nice
goal, and
cross.
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Who does best? Very
Very direct.
Very direct.
Then we get Sam just causing havoc here, and Kellen's able to sweep
This was
in.
a great finish.
Great
Really,
finish.
really good.
Perfect. Right. Posting doesn't get much better than that. Leon, great work
Yeah,
up right
look
there.
at that. You can tell he's been working on the dribbles. He makes something happen.
Yeah, Leon lighting up the score sheet today with the goal and an assist there.
And we've been talking about it so much, but
Little mistake in the back there.
Yeah.
Gotta give that number 12 some credit. That was a great touch in and great shot.
so that I think that goal is going to help them because they're going to they got this win to be happy about, but they also
Nathan
have
Yorbo, super strike.
they also have things to work on.
Absolutely.
As they,
there are the boys.
they clap to their
parading
fans.
down.
And just about everyone saw the field today, which is nice. I think that depth is going to come into play, as the season goes on.